There's an awful lot of doubt about these concerti known as the Brandenburg Concertos. We know that they were dedicated and maybe even been commissioned by the Margrave of Brandenburg, but it seems most likely that Bach composed them not in Weimar but in Köthen. It was a sort of golden honeymoon period in his life. Here the prince was somebody who had enormous amount of affection for music making and for his own musicians. He was allowed a good deal of latitude and freedom by his prince to experiment, and this is the great period when he's focusing on the individual capacities and characteristics of solo instruments, above all the violin, but also of the cello. The thing about the Brandenburg Concertos is that they are conversational, courtly music. There are 6 of them, and Bach writes for 6 totally different and fascinatingly varied groups of musicians. One feels almost as though he has singled out not just the individual characteristics of an instrument, but the individual character of the players. What we were trying to do in rehearsal was to create a type of jazz session. It really is a sort of Baroque and roll. One senses the enormous relish and pleasure that Bach is taking in the type of rhythmical, energetic locking together that one finds amongst rock and jazz musicians nowadays. Take the case of the first concerto, which is in many ways the grandest. Now, what are the horns doing there? The horns come in the first movement like hooligans, subversive hooligans, like 2 huntsmen who've come in from an extremely exhausting and probably very sweaty hunt and start playing their tantivys. But swing it a bit more. There's this wonderful friction between the 2 worlds, the outside world, the world of the hunt, the world of farming and of woodland and of all the things that Bach cherished enormously. And on the other hand, this extremely cultivated, ordered, but complex conversation that's going on between the instruments. Having conducted all the cantatas now, and having seen the way that Bach recycled or reworked some of the Brandenburg Concertos with a larger instrumentation in his cantatas, it seemed like a logical next step to do this. And I think that many people who love and know the Brandenburg Concertos will be in for quite a few surprises when they hear not just the textural difference, but the interpretative differences between them.